the biggest step to change your life is a leap of faith. So even if you can't see what's on the other side, just trust that it's going to help you. This is definitely a very big turn in my life, and thanks to Coach Langston, I've changed in ways that I couldn't even imagine for real, and I'm maturing at a very like fast and steady rate, if that makes sense. So I really appreciate you, Mr. Langston.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Langston Provett. I'm here with KJ Myers, an elite baseball player out of Central Florida who hit 400 late in his high school career and was recognized as one of the top hitters in his county. Started playing high school baseball at 12 years old. So in middle school, a young athlete. He ended up going to a prep school after high school where he played with some elite level players, college teams, JUCOs, all of that. And now he has the opportunity to take his talents to the D1 level at Edward Waters, a highly recognized HBCU. We've been working together for just under 2 months, and the progress has been remarkable. And I'm very proud to say KJ is one of my guys. Everybody, welcome KJ Myers.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. So let's start it off here. Since being in the program, what has focusing on the mental side of the game done for you?
It unlocked a whole new side of life. Gives me a new perspective on things. It doesn't allow me to be cognizant of like what I have as a human being. I'm able to use the full potential of myself and make myself better.
Love that. So we talk a lot about identity within the program. How has your identity as an athlete changed since working on your mindset with us?
I've realized that it's not just about the game. Like my whole life is not just about playing baseball. I started to take care of myself. Um, really, just growing as a person, as a man. I have to take care of my character. So yeah.
I love that. And I notice, we talk a lot about our faith. And, I noticed as we went deeper into identity and like you said, getting beyond the game, because that's a super important aspect, how how much deeper you've grown, in your walk with God and being more faithful and trusting and patient. Kind of talk on that. How has your faith grown and how has, focusing on your identity beyond the game helped you to be a better steward, of your faith?
Um, I've been using the Word of God to direct my life, how I treat others, how I treat myself, how I go about, um, you know, playing the game, or you know, just every aspect of my life. Um, Learn to treat people with love, uh, being diligent in my craft. Even though I'm not on a team right now, I have to keep working hard to be able to get the outcome that I want, and not just focus on the outcome, but to be appreciative of the process too. And then just keeping God first, most of like out of everything that I'm doing. Just gotta keep talking to Him, being grateful, staying in the Word. That's been the biggest part of my career.
Love that. What's one belief that you had about yourself or your game that this program has helped you let go of?
Um, that being worried about the outcome is not going to change it. I got to be focused on the stuff beforehand. The routine, um, making the little things matter. Whether that means praying when you wake up, or drinking water when you wake up, or stretching before you go to sleep. All that stuff matters. And the next thing I would say is my height. I'm not like the tallest guy on the field, or the average height, but I can still do very powerful stuff on the field. So
Love that. Jose Altuve, baby.
sure.
Mighty man. He's mighty. How has breath work and meditation helped you?
It's cleared my mind a lot, helped me focus on the things that I want to focus on, and even if stuff like that I don't particularly want to have in my mind, I'm able to accept that it's there, and then flip it to where it's something that you know I can set my mind to that I actually want. So
Man, I love that so much because we've had extensive talks about that one,
sure,
so to see that perspective alone, you being able to consciously and subconsciously look at things that way is it's amazing because when you first stepped into the program, it was like, how do I get these thoughts to stop? How do I get this? And it's like, let's start one step at a time and recognize those thoughts. And like you said, accept them, not as you, but as thoughts that cross your mind, as any human has thoughts and feelings. And so being able to accept that, it's powerful, right?
yes, sir.
Amazing. All right. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about joining this program?
Um, the biggest step to change your life is the leap of faith. So even if you can't see what's on the other side, just trust that it's going to help you. This is definitely a very big turn in my life, and thanks to Coach Langston, I've changed in ways that I couldn't even imagine for real, and I'm maturing at a very like fast and steady rate, if that makes sense. So I really appreciate you, Mr. Langston.
Likewise, brother. I appreciate you saying that. And
Sure.
I've seen rapid growth. Um, for context, guys, KJ and I have been working together for just under 2 months, and um, we talk a lot about growing as an athlete, becoming a more mentally tough and equipped athlete, but beyond that, becoming a better individual. And for KJ, man, and seeing tremendous growth in his character and his belief in himself and his walk with God, and it's all you can ask for. It's beautiful, and I know, everything is going to follow that suit in baseball as well. It's just a byproduct of who you're becoming, and so keep that up. I'm proud of you. Love this. Got a few more questions for you. What part of the program surprised you the most in terms of impact?
Mm, I would say like the routine part, like taking care of your responsibilities, like even the small ones. Um, yeah, that did surprise me a lot, the most out of everything. So
Yeah. How has that routine helped you?
uh, it's giving me a sense of winning, you know, because that's what I should be focused on as an athlete, you know. So winning the little things is what matters.
Amen. Let's go. If you could go back and start this mental work earlier in your career, would you? And how far back and why?
Yes, I would. I would say about when I was 12, starting high school baseball, a lot of anxiety just flooded me. Worried about like what's gonna happen when I get there, or how am I gonna do on the field, off the field. Um, yeah, I definitely use it then, so I can be able to, let's say, be more be more prepared for what's to come, even if I don't know like what's coming.
So that's life right there. That's such a mature answer too, because I was talking to some parents and they were saying that same thing. Like, this is preparing you for life because you never know what's going to come. You never know what's going to happen, what you're going to get hit by. We had, um, unfortunately, my wife's uncle passed away yesterday, and you never know.
Yeah,
You never know what you're going to get hit by, what your family's going to get hit by, and so being able to develop these tools, again, this goes far beyond the game. Being able to develop these tools helps you to be prepared for chaos in life and adversity, everything that you're going to face in the game and more. So I'm glad that you recognize that now. And same, man, if I could have this type of coaching when I was 10, 11, 12, I mean, I would have ran laps around everybody. But more importantly, I would have helped so many people
right.
at a young age. And, I always encourage you to do that. Help the people around you to change their perspective. It's not just about being the best player on the team, not just about, winning a starting spot. It's about the impact. And we talked about that early on with your vision. What's one thing you understand now about yourself that you didn't understand before?
The Power of My Subconscious Mind.
Oh,
Yeah, that book is super powerful.
yeah.
Uh, it's helped me realize how limitless my mind really is. Because the limits that I, the limits that I had on my mind were the ones I put on from listening to outside sources. And this book just helped me change my perspective on, how like vast the mind really is and how much more power we actually have.
Real. All right, last one, KJ. If you could share one thing from the program with athletes, what would it be?
Um, take take everything that you do seriously because it has an impact on other people. So, uh, doing something for someone like acts of kindness or, joking around, everything has an impact. And how you leave that impact on someone can really either change your life for the better or for the worse. So
Ooh,
take everything you do into consideration. Sorry. Uh, and then move forward how you want to.
love that. KJ, I appreciate you, man. You're awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Um, got a long way to go, but the journey's been amazing so far, and I'm excited to continue with you. I'm excited to see you take that next step and for the leadership and the impact that you're going to have on everybody around you. So keep leading by example. I'm uh I'm inspired by you and your growth, and I'm grateful to be a part of your walk. So thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody. Peace.